Your brain is shrinking right now. I'm not trying to scare you, but it's true. Every single day you're not challenging your mind, you're losing neural connections. But here's the good news. There are 5 specific hobbies that can reverse this process and actually make you smarter. What if I told you that spending just 30 minutes a day on the right activity could increase your IQ, improve your memory, and even delay cognitive decline by decades? Scientists have proven this works. The question is, are you doing any of these 5 things? Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which hobbies to start today. And trust me, some of these will surprise you. Let's dive in. The first hobby that makes you dramatically smarter is learning a musical instrument. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're too old to start. You don't have time. You're not naturally talented. But here's what neuroscience tells us. When you play music, your brain lights up like a fireworks display. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University found that musicians have stronger connections between the left and right hemispheres of their brain. This means better problem-solving skills, enhanced creativity, and improved memory. Playing an instrument engages nearly every area of your brain simultaneously. Think about what happens when you play piano. Your eyes read the music. Your hands move independently across the keys. Your ears listen for the right sounds. Your brain processes rhythm, melody, and harmony all at once. It's like a full-body workout, but for your mind. Studies show that children who learn instruments score higher on standardized tests. But adults benefit even more. Learning music as an adult creates new neural pathways that weren't there before. You're literally building a smarter brain from scratch. You don't need to become Mozart. Even 20 minutes of practice 3 times a week shows measurable cognitive improvements. The key is consistency. Pick an instrument that excites you. Guitar, piano, drums, violin. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you start. The second hobby is reading fiction. Yes, fiction. Not business books or self-help guides. Actual stories with characters and plots. This might seem counterintuitive, but research from Stanford University proves that reading fiction activates parts of your brain that nothing else can touch. When you read a novel, your brain doesn't just process words. It simulates the entire experience. If a character walks through a forest, the motor cortex in your brain activates as if you're walking too. If they feel sad, your emotional centers light up. You're essentially living multiple lives through books. This creates something called theory of mind. That's your ability to understand what other people are thinking and feeling. People who read fiction regularly score significantly higher on empathy tests. They're better at reading social cues, understanding complex emotions, and navigating difficult conversations. But the benefits go beyond emotional intelligence. Fiction improves your vocabulary, enhances your writing skills, and strengthens your analytical thinking. Every time you follow a complex plot, predict what happens next, or analyze a character's motivations, you're exercising critical thinking muscles. Here's the fascinating part. Reading fiction reduces stress by 68% according to research from the University of Sussex. That's more effective than listening to music, drinking tea, or going for a walk. When stress decreases, cognitive function increases. Your brain works better when it's relaxed. Aim for at least 30 minutes of fiction reading daily. Choose books that challenge you slightly. If every word is easy, you're not growing. If every page is a struggle, you'll quit. Find that sweet spot where you're engaged but stretched. The third hobby that boosts intelligence is learning a new language. This is perhaps the most powerful brain-building activity you can do. Bilingual people have been shown to have better attention spans, stronger multitasking abilities, and even delayed onset of Alzheimer's disease. When you learn a language, you're not just memorizing words. You're rewiring your entire cognitive system. Different languages structure thoughts differently. Spanish speakers think about time differently than English speakers. Japanese has levels of formality that don't exist in English. Each language opens new ways of thinking. Neuroscientists have discovered that bilingual brains are more efficient. They process information faster and switch between tasks more easily. This is because learning a language strengthens your executive function. That's the part of your brain responsible for planning, problem solving, and controlling impulses. You might worry that you're too old to learn a language. That's a myth. While children pick up pronunciation more easily, adults are actually better at learning grammar and vocabulary. Your mature brain has more context and connections to work with. The best part? You don't need to become fluent to see benefits. Studies show that even basic language learning improves cognitive function. Just 15 minutes a day on an app like Duolingo or Babbel can make a measurable difference. The key is daily practice, not perfection. Choose a language that interests you personally. Maybe you love French films. Maybe you want to connect with your heritage. Maybe you're planning a trip to Japan. When you have emotional investment, learning becomes easier and more enjoyable. The fourth hobby is strategic games. I'm talking about chess, Go, strategy video games, or even complex board games. These activities force your brain to think multiple steps ahead, consider various outcomes, and adapt to changing circumstances. Chess players have been studied extensively by neuroscientists. They show enhanced pattern recognition, better spatial reasoning, and improved planning abilities. But you don't need to play chess specifically. Any game that requires strategy and forward-thinking works. What makes strategic games so powerful? They create a safe space to fail. Every wrong move teaches you something. You learn to analyze mistakes, adjust strategies, and try again. This builds resilience and adaptability, two crucial components of intelligence. Modern strategy games can be just as beneficial as traditional ones. Games like Civilization, StarCraft, or even complex puzzle games like Portal engage similar cognitive processes. The important element is that the game requires thinking, planning, and problem solving. Research from the University of York found that strategy gamers have better memory and cognitive flexibility than non-gamers. They're faster at processing information and better at switching between different tasks. These skills transfer directly to real-world situations. Start with games that match your current skill level. If you're new to strategy games, begin with something accessible like checkers or basic chess puzzles. As you improve, increase the complexity. The challenge should feel difficult but achievable. The fifth and final hobby is regular physical exercise. Wait, isn't this about mental hobbies? Here's the surprising truth. Physical exercise is one of the most powerful cognitive enhancers available. It's not just about building muscles. It's about building brains. When you exercise, your body produces a protein called BDNF. That stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of it as fertilizer for your brain cells. BDNF promotes the growth of new neurons and strengthens existing connections. It's literally making you smarter. Aerobic exercise is particularly powerful. Running, swimming, cycling, or even brisk walking increases blood flow to your brain. More blood means more oxygen and nutrients. Your brain cells function better and grow faster. Studies show that regular exercisers have larger hippocampi, the brain region responsible for memory. But the benefits extend beyond brain structure. Exercise improves mood, reduces anxiety, and enhances sleep quality. All of these factors directly impact cognitive performance. A well-rested, happy brain learns faster and remembers better than a stressed, tired one. You don't need to become a marathon runner. Research shows that 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week is enough to see significant cognitive benefits. That's just 30 minutes, 5 days a week. Walking counts. Dancing counts. Playing with your kids counts. The key is consistency and elevation of heart rate. You want to get your blood pumping regularly. Combine cardio with strength training for maximum benefits. Resistance exercise has been shown to improve executive function and memory just as much as aerobic work. Now let's talk about how to actually implement these hobbies. Knowing what to do isn't enough. You need a practical plan. Here's my recommendation. Don't try to start all 5 at once. That's a recipe for burnout and failure. Instead, choose one hobby that excites you most. Commit to it for 30 days. Make it so easy you can't say no. If you choose music, practice for just 10 minutes daily. If you choose reading, read just 10 pages. Small consistent actions beat large sporadic efforts every time. After 30 days, evaluate honestly. Do you enjoy this hobby? Are you seeing benefits? If yes, continue and add a second hobby. If no, try a different one from the list. The goal is to find activities that genuinely enrich your life, not just check boxes. Here's a sample weekly schedule that incorporates all 5 hobbies. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 30 minutes of exercise in the morning. Tuesday, Thursday, 20 minutes of music practice. Every evening, 30 minutes of fiction reading before bed. Weekends, language learning and strategic games. This schedule totals about 90 minutes daily of brain-building activities. That might sound like a lot, but remember, you're already spending time on something. You're watching TV, scrolling social media, or just zoning out. Why not invest that time in becoming smarter instead? The compound effect of these hobbies is extraordinary. Imagine where you'll be in 1 year if you dedicate just 90 minutes daily to cognitive growth. Your memory will be sharper. Your creativity will flourish. Your problem-solving abilities will astound you. But the benefits go beyond intelligence. These hobbies reduce stress, increase happiness, and provide a sense of accomplishment. They give you something to look forward to each day. They connect you with communities of like-minded people. They make life richer and more meaningful. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one hobby from this list right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Write it down. Schedule your first session. Make it so small and easy that you absolutely cannot fail. Remember, your brain is either growing or shrinking. There's no middle ground. Every day you choose to challenge yourself, you're building a smarter, more capable version of yourself. Every day you don't, you're losing ground. The choice is yours. But now you know the path. You know exactly what to do. The question is, will you do it? Start today. Start small. But start. Your future smarter self will thank you.